Yo, what's up, everybody? This is LB back at y'all with another one. Shout out to the whole LBC Last Name Basketball community. Get the video like, hit subscribe, ring the bell whenever I drop a video. That way you get the notifications. Also, subscribe to the Patreon. I'll leave a link to the Patreon when this stream is over with. And let's get right into the phone. So, I pulled up an article from the Washington Post. Right. For those of you who know, Washington Post, that's owned by the same guy that owns Amazon, Jeff Bezos, right? So they came up with an article today that really got under my skin, right? So am I shocked by this? No, I am not, right? But this is what we have in today's society, right? Now, the article says actions of officers who killed Breonna Taylor ruled court justified, unquote. Another indicted on wanton endangerment charge. Now, y'all probably heard the word wanton, right? But you never heard wanton endangerment. You're probably asking yourself, what in the fuck is wanton endangerment? Right? Now, the definition is this. Now, this is in the state of Kentucky. A person is guilty of wanton endangerment in the first degree when under circumstances manifesting extreme indifference to the value of human life. He engages in conduct which creates a substantial danger of death or serious physical injury to another person. Wanton endangerment in the first degree is a Class D felony. Shout out to Sean Orjacor, Yusuf Knight, and Brandon Nicholson in the building. Appreciate y'all for being in the chat. All right. This is basically short of murder. All right. Now, mind you, this is the only person that got charged. The person that got fired was the only person that got charged. Right? So why weren't the other ones charged? And this is the bigger question, y'all. When Kenneth Walker was arrested for shooting at those cops when they broke into his house, when they didn't even announce themselves as police, did Daniel Cameron go to the grand jury for this? Here's an answer for you. No, he did not. When they arrested him on the spot. They didn't go to no fucking grand jury. So why are these white cops out here why does Daniel Cameron feel the need to go to a grand jury to see whether or not charges are going to be filed? Man, cut the shit. All right, Daniel Cameron, you Kentucky Fried Coon. You don't need no goddamn grand jury to come back with whether or not you should charge those individuals. Did you charge Kenneth Walker? Did you go to a grand jury when you charged Kenneth Walker? No, you didn't. Make me sick. Now let's read this article. Grand jury in Jefferson County, Kentucky has indicted a former Louisville police detective on 3 charges of wanton endangerment in the first degree in the March 13th shooting death of 26-year-old Breonna Taylor. Brett Hankinson, one of the 3 officers involved, was fired by the department in June with a termination letter saying he wantonly and blindly shot 10 times in Taylor's apartment. Taylor's name has been a rallying cry for police overhauls and racial justice as the Black Lives Matter movement swept the United States this summer. Now, here's some developments, right? Significant developments. The grand jury did not announce indictments against the other officers involved in Taylor's death. Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron, who is black, like Taylor, said he did not anticipate charges in the future. What the fuck you mean you anticipate charges in the future? See, that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit. And then you're gonna have this motherfucking Bama, right? This motherfucking Bama, because there's a certain individual who is the running mate to Joe Biden, had the same case when it comes to Matrice Richardson, but that fraud will remain nameless for now. Okay, we're going to talk about her in the near future, because what I see going on right now is similar to what's going to happen in the future. They're going to prop up this dude, Daniel Cameron, to the moon. Watch what I tell you. Now, bootlicking, buck dancing, sellout, Daniel Cameron says the state investigation determined the officers' use of force was justified because they had been fired upon first. Now, just leave out the fact that, one, they didn't announce they were police officers. Two, they went to the wrong fucking house. Three, after Breonna Taylor was shot multiple times, they didn't even bother to do any kind of procedure to revive her or to try to stop the bleeding, or they didn't try anything to save this woman's life. Then let's not forget, when the autopsy report came back, it said no injuries. What the fuck do you mean there's no injuries? Them dudes should have been arrested on the spot. But instead, we get this, oh, well, we need to let the process play out, and all this fucking bullshit, all this fucking word salad, right? I'm pretty sure all that was designed to get them to find a way to cover this shit up or to get these guys off. What's up, Luda Ryder? Cameron said the state investigation did not determine who fired the fatal shot. He asked the FBI crime lab to investigate and determined that Detective Miles Cosgrove fired the shot that killed Taylor. So where the fuck is Miles Cosgrove at? Where the fuck is he at? Bootlegger goes on to say that the investigation uncovered what witness who heard the detectives identify themselves, disputing earlier reports that a no-knock warrant was being served. However, Taylor's family attorneys have disputed this, and police were not wearing body cameras. So why weren't they wearing body cameras, Daniel fucking Cameron? National Guard units are reporting in Louisville, and the city will be under a 9 p.m. curfew. So y'all go through all these provisions, right? Y'all going out y'all way to put the city in curfew, but y'all ain't going out y'all way to arrest these racist white hacks that killed Breonna Taylor in her house while she was sleeping. Well, no, she wasn't sleeping. She was in her bed with her boyfriend watching a movie. And y'all broke up in there, shot that woman to death, and now, instead of these motherfuckers going to jail, you get one guy get some fucking bullshit ass wanton endangerment charge. Shout out to T. Jordan and Stephanie Dews in the building. Appreciate y'all. What the fuck is wanton endangerment? Them motherfuckers went in the house and shot this woman to death. Didn't even try to revive her. And y'all come up with some motherfucking bullshit ass wanton endangerment? But yet you got nerve to go into the Republican National Convention and spew her name out of your rabbit ass mouth. You got time to be swirling at a damn wedding or at some kind of reception. You the only bootlicker over there. Everybody else palm colored. The fuck out of here, man. The fuck out of here. I'm gonna open up the chat line. Somebody got to come in here and talk to me about this shit. Somebody got to talk to me about this fucking shit right here. This is some bullshit. Disrespect. And y'all sitting up here trying to tell us how we should protest? How we should protest. No, as far as I'm concerned, this shit can burn to the fucking ground for all I care. God damn it. All right, you down there in the local area, what's up?
Pain, man. Nothing but pain and hurt. Like, we sat up for outside City Hall, hoping they gonna charge these guys with second-degree murder. But one guy is gonna get charged like with first degree. They didn't charge the cop that killed her, but they gonna charge him for like shooting in the house. That's it. And and Daniel Cameron is an asshole, man. Straight up asshole.
And this thing, I'm sorry, Luke. Go ahead.
Man, that whole time I was cussing him out over the TV, watching that whole shit, watching that whole thing going on. What he was saying, like you're a motherfucker ass coon, man. I can't believe you were born and raised in this city and you treated like that. Bet you spit in our face like it ain't mean nothing. Now I'm really afraid for my life here in this city. Like it's saying like y'all can just shoot us and get away with it now. Like how we supposed to be safe in our city when we can't even be safe in our own home now? It's bullshit. I can't believe this, man. Man, motherfucker.
Go ahead, James. And shout out to Maximus Royalty in the building. Grand rise to you too. What up, James?
Salute, chatting panel. Salute, baby.
Salute to Patricia Jenkins in the building. That's right. Go ahead, James. I know you got some shit to cook on this shit.
Hey, bro, when I made that video, I was still watching it. Man, dog, this is fucking bullshit, bro. I'm with Lou on this, dog. They doing this to try to see. I ain't gonna say they doing it to try to see nothing, but this how I feel about it. They know we've been in the uprage since this shit happened. So this is my assumption on it. They had to sit back, watch how we gonna react. They're gonna discuss who gonna take the fall. You know what I mean? Now once they find out who gonna take the fall, you see it ain't nothing but a slap on the wrist. How you get 5 years for the shit you did? $10,000 fine. Bro, that's a disgrace in itself. Talking about 3 counts. But now they trying to say 5 years per count. But you know how that shit go. They gonna wind up throwing most of that shit out and just sticking for one charge. And he only gonna get one count, which is that 5 years. So they trying to make it sound sweet. The news knowing he gonna beat half of that shit. And this my whole assumption about that. I told people, brother, the police officers are crooked. They help their badge, man. I don't give a fuck if they badge in the wrong and they see they're in the wrong. They're not about to make no bad name for themselves. Because now you're looking at the chief of police, you're looking at the lieutenant, you're looking at the mayor. All these people is implicated because the mayor hired the police. You feel what I'm saying? So all of them got a hand in cleaning up something, letting this dude take the fall. That's why I want to see how far this cover is going to go. Because I know if that dude take the fall, that's why it took so long for them to come to a result for us, whether they're going to charge these people with this senseless crime. Because to me, they could have did that a whole better way, and we could have saved the young lady life. But by them being cutthroat us the whole time, and nobody not saying nothing, nobody ain't gonna fight against them. Nobody won't mess up their bag. This is what we got to deal with. Now it's up to the citizens to come together, lock arms, and stand for what's right. Sometime, man. Sometimes you gotta take a step back to move forward. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm at with it, LB. It's fucking crazy. And it's hurt me to my heart to see what they doing to this young lady case. But hey, now it's up for us to have a voice and to start yelling loud so they can hear us. Cause I don't think they hear us and they think we bullshitting. So instead of riding and tearing up shit, we need to strike some of these buildings. We need to go and handle our business the right way for us, the Malcolm X style. That's why I tell people to clean their fucking record up, bruh, and protect themselves. These people is trying to pull something off. I just don't know what it is right now, bro. I really don't. And it hurt me to say that because we not on the same page. Everybody won't be hating on each other still. Everybody won't clout chase off each other instead of trying to fix the fucking problem. And that's why I'm mad with it, LB. I'm with Lou 100%, 1,000%, and 1,000,000%. And then he out there living in that type of situation. This man have to go to work, feed his family, and no telling how he feel walking out his house every day, knowing the people that supposed to protect us not protecting us, bro.
I agree with you 100%. What's going on, Lamont?
What up, LB?
All right,
What's up, man?
What you got on all this, man?
Man, I got a unique take on it. A lot of people ain't gonna like what I gotta say.
Don't say no bullshit, Lamont, man. I'm not for it, Lamont.
No,
really.
listen, look. No, it ain't no bullshit. I'm just talking real. Because like I came in here a couple weeks ago and I told y'all when the details of this case come out, it's only gonna make a whole bunch of black people look bad. That's what's gonna happen. So because when we see the real details about this case, what is gonna happen is you're gonna shit on Breonna Taylor, you're gonna shit on her family, you're gonna shit on all the people involved, and you're gonna have a whole bunch of black people looking crazy. I feel like it was a win. Just getting the 12 million, take that 12 million, build generational wealth, put it back into black families, build black businesses, build something positive with that. But pursuing this criminal case against an officer who, in all reality, if we're being honest, like if you look at the facts of the case, they had a warrant to be there. They was doing their job, and they got into a shootout, and somebody got killed. And at the end of the day, this is not a case that we can win. Getting this cop, charging this cop. We've seen how many cops get charged, and we've seen how many cops actually get convicted. It's not going to result in a conviction. So we put all this time and energy into just seeing them get charged for what? Because the conviction ain't going to do nothing. Because even if they convict them, what are they going to do? They're going to do them like they did Amber Geiger, give her a little light sentence.
Yeah, facts.
And she go home. What I'm saying is, look how much energy our communities put into just trying to get these cops charged. Imagine if we actually put this energy into something else that can actually benefit the entire community. Because charging this cop ain't gonna help us. That the 12 million will help us more than charging this cop. Because the cop's gonna get off. I almost guarantee you the cop's gonna get off.
Yeah, like.
And when you just look at the facts of the case, this girl, like, she wasn't innocent. She was holding dope money for drug dealers. That's why they had her house on the warrant. And there was 2 women involved. They had 2 women who had 9-to-5 jobs to hold all the dope money. And the only reason the cops found all this out is because when she got shot, all the niggas who got locked up in the drug raid start talking on jail phones and exposed the whole thing to all the cops. So all this stuff is documented. They didn't leak the paperwork. Look at what they're doing to George Floyd. In a few weeks, they just leaked information about George Floyd that he was a confidential informant working with the police. Why do you think the police leaked that information to the black community? Because the black community said no snitching. So they trying to find a way to get us to turn against the black community. Like, they gonna find a way to try to flip this. Now we gonna be going right back at each other on this. So that's why I say I don't care about the cops. The cops is we're not gonna fix the police. If anything, by getting this cop charge, you're gonna piss them motherfuckers off more. They're gonna do some more fucked up shit to somebody else. Leave them motherfuckers alone. They ain't not fixing shit.
Because, all right, so hey, I just pulled up an article, right? I'm gonna read this article out. This comes from WDRB.com. This article came out August 27th, right? It says new court records reveal jail phone calls after Breonna Taylor shooting. So the article goes on to say, in the hours after he was arrested during a series of Louisville police raids, including one which officers shot and killed Breonna Taylor, Drug suspect Jamarcus Glover made repeated calls from jail, court records show. Glover told a man he had texted with Taylor the day before about hoodies and other items he had shipped to her apartment, but he had not seen her in nearly 2 months. In several of the conversations involving Taylor, Glover repeatedly questioned why police would raid her home. In one recorded jail call, he said officers didn't have no business looking for me at no Bree's house. At the end of the day, I didn't know she didn't. I know she didn't deserve none of this shit, though. Now, Glover did say while trying to find enough money to post bond that Taylor was hanging on to my money for him, according to phone calls obtained by WDRB News. Now, Glover was one of two main targets of police narcotics raids late on March 12th and in the early hours of March 13th. Nearly 2,000 pages of evidence and recorded phone calls filed last week in Glover's criminal case provide insight for the first time publicly in his own words into his relationship with Taylor, a 26-year-old emergency room tech, and his connection with her apartment. Now, attorneys for Taylor's family previously said the two had dated a few years ago and were friends. The new evidence shows that Glover called Taylor on January 3rd while in jail after he was arrested on drug and gun charges, including during a traffic stop, and each finishing the conversation with "love you." Now, while the jailhouse call suggests that Taylor and Glover had a closer and most recent relationship than had been previously detailed, Taylor family attorney Sam Aguiar said that they dated until mid-February, and the only reason for the text on March 12th was because of floor mats Glover had ordered for Taylor's car. Now, just because a woman has an on and off relationship with a bad guy doesn't mean she deserves a death sentence, and I agree with that 1,000%.
Hey,
Right?
I ain't gonna. They had a dude, bro. They this dude that was in jail. They said they made him say that shit though. Willie D did a fucking video on that shit. How the dude trying to come back and recant his statement, how the police made him say that shit like she was involved in it. Man, that's what I'm saying, man.
No,
That bro
it's
wasn't
not.
dealing with no shit like that, man.
No, James, I'm telling you, this is when he was calling her from jail. See, when he was calling her from jail, see, because what y'all got to realize is,
Hey, hold on, Lamont. Before you get to that, I'm gonna play the recording. All right.
yeah,
Play the recording, and we're gonna judge for yourself what the deal is with this, right? So it's all about it. And here it goes.
For English. 911, please enter the area code. Please enter the area code. Enter the PIN number now. This is not a protected or privileged phone call. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. Take your silence. Please continue to hold. Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from an inmate at Louisville Metropolitan Corrections Department. This is not a protected or privileged phone call. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. To accept charges, press 1. To refuse charges, thank you. Security. You may start the conversation now. Hello. Hello. I can hear you. What'd you say? This is not 104, big dog. This is 103. What you just say? I didn't hang up on their phone. I don't know what happened. Hold on, let me see if Skype people ping it to them. I'll let you hear. I'll let you talk. Hello.
Now, there's still like 10 more minutes left in this video and in this audio recording, but even then, right? Even then, I'm gonna put the link in the chat room so that way, God damn it, I'm gonna put the link to this article here in the chat room so that if you get a chance, you can view it for yourself. But even then, even in this, and all these intricacies or whatever, and all this minutia, right?
Mm-hmm.
None of that justified them breaking into the house and shooting this woman.
Right. That's but what is that considered though? Is that considered murder or is that considered what do you call that when it's like unintentional death?
Oh, you
I
call
forgot what it's called. Manslaughter.
So you got voluntary manslaughter and involuntary manslaughter.
Exactly.
Hey,
Yeah.
Lamont.
Yeah.
So like if I'm the DA, if I was the DA and if I was the Kentucky DA, what I should have done with those 3 officers, you should have basically had the involuntary manslaughter
Thank
charge
you.
with that, and
You
then
know
you pack on the negligence charge, which that's
Yeah.
going to add up. That's not only it's going to get them fired, they're going to lose their pension too. But plus
Facts.
that adds a steeper sentence on that. But like regardless, man, I'm disappointed in the justice system. Regardless of what happened, regardless of what her boyfriend did, whatever her boyfriend was involved, she didn't deserve this. She should still be alive and living her life right now. But I just pray for the family, pray for her friends, pray for those that are bereaving right now.
Shout out to CA Stephen Brown in the building. Now, let's continue on with this thing. All right. This is another thing I pulled up. Right. Yeah.
We gotta burn this motherfucker down tonight because they out there. We out there right now.
That's right, boy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm about to show y'all something. In the first Fire Marshal Bill. Let me show you inside that.
Is it getting bad out there, Lou?
Hey, the crowd getting bigger and bigger right now downtown.
What they riding for?
No,
Shit,
we ain't
what you think,
riding.
nigga?
We protesting right now.
Shout out to the best fighter in the building. Hey, what you see right here is the search warrant, right?
Yeah.
Is the search warrant by Detective Joshua C. James of the Louisville Metro Police Department. There's probable reasonable cause for the issuing of this search warrant as set on the affidavit, right? And here we go. So they took a picture of the house. 2060. This the picture of the fucking car. See Jamarcus Glover, right? Jamarcus Glover. Now Jamarcus Glover is in jail. So how the fuck you got a search warrant out for this dude? He in jail. Adrian Walker and Breonna Taylor. Executed 13th March 2020. No officer's name on it, but searching premises described here and by seizing the following. Now notice this paper is blank. Look at that fucking paper. That shit is blank. So they found no drugs. They found no money. So if you didn't find any of that, right? Why the fuck? Or how the fuck did someone end up getting killed? Man. And all them motherfuckers, except for one person, is roaming the street. Some bullshit.
Ain't the judge supposed to approve of that before you serve the warrant though? A judge
Matter of fact, that does get signed by a judge before a warrant is executed.
Do you guys know why the judge signed off on that warrant?
Go ahead, Lamont. I'm gonna get to that, but go ahead.
It was direct links between, because she's went and bailed this guy out of jail multiple times and put her address on the bail form. So that's how they got that particular address. That's how they linked it. Plus, she was double dipping. She was messing with the dude that she was in the house with, and she was messing with the dude in jail. That's why she was on the phone saying, "I love you," this, that, and the other. That's why she was still holding his money. That's why she was still doing stuff for him, because she was still messing with him, but she also had her dude that was in the house with her. So what I'm saying is, she didn't deserve to get killed. By pushing this into court, it just makes it messy, and you're just gonna muddy her name, and she's dead and gone. Like, that's the only thing that's gonna happen. You're gonna bring out details. You're gonna talk about her involvement in this stuff, and you're gonna muddy the waters in a
Man, I don't
case.
give a fuck about all that money in
That's
the
all it
water
is.
shit. At the end of the day, somebody died because people botched the whole shit.
They didn't botch
And
the
that's what they
investigation.
need to that's what they need to focus on.
But
Not
LB,
this.
that's the problem. It wasn't botched. They were dead on. She was helping them launder drug money. They talked about it in multiple jail. You heard one conversation. There's multiple transcripts between other people who was making calls. The dude made multiple calls to different people. He was talking about how he didn't find the money in her house. He was talking about where the money was in her house. He was talking about how they got the money they had the money hidden in a car outside of her house. Like, it's just gonna muddy. Like, she didn't deserve to die. But what at worst is manslaughter, because he shot at the cops shot back. Somebody got killed. I mean, if you shoot at anybody, and if that other person has a gun, 9 times out of 10 they're going to shoot back. I don't care if they're a
If
cop
you
or
come
a
at
regular
my house
civilian.
Man,
not
look.
saying who you are, I'm gonna shoot back.
But Lou,
If you come at my house not saying who you are, I'm gonna shoot back.
Lou, that's not true though, because the neighbors in the police reports, multiple neighbors said they heard the police knock and announce themselves, even though it was a no-knock warrant. Even the guy that shot at the cop said that he heard a knock at the door, and so it's so many question marks here. There's so many weird things going on here. Like, it just makes it messy, and all for a case where we're not even gonna get a conviction. Like, what is the point? We can be putting our time and energy into so much more stuff. We know you're gonna get the civil settlement. You got the big civil settlement. Now let's do something positive with the money so this don't happen again. But to pursue criminal charges is a big waste of time. That's
It is
all
not
it
a waste
is.
of time, Lamont. Come on, man.
LB, it's a waste of time. LB, I'm telling you right now. It's sad. It's sad that in this world you can't get justice. Like, at worst is manslaughter. That's what that was. At worst is manslaughter. And what they're doing by charging the cop with murder is they're overcharging him, because you can't prove murder. You can't prove murder. See, because normally with murder, there has to be some type of your mindset. It has to be some type of motive behind it. No, there was no motive like that. There was no intentional motive to kill her. Like, they're overcharging him to make it look good for the public. When it gets to a court of law, lawyer's going to eat that shit up. It's not murder. It's manslaughter at worst. That's the thing. That's where they this is where they think black people is stupid.
No, the family asking for that too. That what got me up with the eyebrow. Why is you asking for second degree
But James, you
manslaughter?
know the streets though. James, you know the streets. You know how they
Yeah,
use
you
these
right. You
charges.
damn right. That's why I'm saying something ain't right about this case. Somebody hiding something.
They overcharging it. They overcharging the cop
No,
because they know he can
somebody is
beat it.
hiding something. Period.
But listen, cops and
I'm
prosecutors, James, cops and prosecutors been hiding, withholding evidence.
Why you
for
think
the
it took
last
them so
100
long
years.
to make an arrest and to come out with the story? Because they was putting that shit together.
Thank you,
public.
James.
So
That's
to
facts.
do this, yeah, I'm with you on that. Well, I'm telling you, somebody's fucking hiding something.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you what it is. Because let me tell you something. Even though all these phone conversations, all right, just say she know the person. But if she wasn't involved and she used to go with this person, you went in this woman's house and ain't find nothing, that's supposed to be thrown out. This officer supposed to be charged, whatever y'all gonna hit it with, whether it's manslaughter, second degree murder, whatever. But we all know how they protect the badge out here. That's why it took them so long to make an arrest and to say something about it. Because they was putting their story together so the media won't be uproar. But what they didn't know is niggas from the streets gonna read through that shit. Why you think the people still out there deeper now? Cause since y'all came with that bullshit ass arrest warrant, niggas starting to read through that shit. Niggas doing their own homework, man. That shit got to stop, dog. And they think we stupid from that level. That's why they keep doing it to us. And they got all the excuses in the world to get away with it. Because you know why? They got them type of people on their side to help them erase some of that paperwork. We don't know nobody in no court system. We don't know nobody in the police station to tell us what's going on. And if we did, them bitches won't jeopardize their family and the way they feed them. That's what everybody doing. But that's what I be saying. Sometime a nigga got, you know how many jobs I lost for my manhood? And I'm still working and I ain't never been homeless. Nigga, you talk crazy to me, my manhood come first. I'm standing 10 toes down on that. Period. I go find me another job, my nigga, before I let you sit here and degrade me like a man. Cause you think you got a higher power than me. Man, you got me fucked up, man.
Man,
I
look,
know they hired something in this case, dog.
I tell you all this, right? This is a classic example of someone being bought and paid for by the police unions.
Facts.
Yeah, that's
Classic
true.
case, because there's a certain somebody, and then I'm gonna call, yes, Kamala Harris, I'm calling your trifling ass out, right? She did the same shit with Matrice in the Matrice Richardson case in 2014 when she was the goddamn attorney general, and now she got the nerve to sit up there in the damn Senate and to sit up there as vice presidential nominee and yell out Breonna Taylor's name when you know good and well Matrice Richardson deserved better justice than that. Yeah, well, I called Kamala Harris out on her fucking Twitter account. I'm like, hey, you running around here talking all this shit about Breonna Taylor. What about Matrice Richardson? Where's her justice at? What she say? Absolutely nothing. Twice on 2 occasions, she politicized Matrice Richardson's case for her political gain. She come out and was like, "Yeah, we're going to investigate. We're looking good justice for Matrice Richardson." She did that bullshit when she ran for attorney general, right? When nothing, as soon as she got the attorney general, then she dropped the case. Then the second time when she ran for Senate, right? Because at that time, 4 years ago, she was Indian American. She ain't found her Converse in the attic yet. She ran for Senate, politicized Matrice Richardson's case. Then when she won the Senate, all of a sudden ain't nothing to see here. The fuck out of here. Yeah, Kamala Harris, she ain't even going after Steve Mnuchin. Steve Mnuchin, who's the Treasury Secretary right now, that motherfucker ran that scam of a One West Bank. Where all kinds of people got kicked the fuck out their homes. She ain't going after him. Not only she didn't go after him, but there's a reason why she didn't go after him, because the motherfucker donated money to her campaign. Bought and paid for operatives of white supremacy, of these police unions. You man, look. Never trust a black man with a clean shave. All right. Never trust a black man with a clean shave. That motherfucker got all the time in the world to be kissing up, swirling up, tossing that saddle eating that pussy like his puppy child, and yet he ain't got enough time to indict those officers, right? Nobody, man, look, just like Lamont, look. I don't like the fact that these motherfuckers are going to get off, but Lamont, as much as I don't want to agree with him right now, the truth of the matter is these motherfuckers is about to get off. These motherfuckers is about to get off. You mean to tell me 6 months go by and no one's gotten charged? Right? Nobody's gotten charged. They was quick to arrest Kenneth Walker. They was quick to charge him. They didn't need a fucking grand jury for that. But all of a sudden now, when we are going after these fucking racist white cops, all of a sudden now we need a grand jury. Oh, we need to let the process play out. Nope. Hey, if y'all protest not in Louisville, man, fuck going to Louisville Mall. Y'all need to go find them motherfuckers' house. Yeah. Shout out to my boy Too Raw for TV. Come on in, Too Raw. Hey, man, if y'all really want to protest, man, fuck going outside Mitch McConnell's house. Mitch McConnell ain't there. Moscow Mitch is in D.C. right now. You know how I know? Because there's fucking cops outside his fucking house. There's cops outside his house. Anytime Mitch McConnell not there, right? Anytime he's not there, there's police officers at his door. Literally in front of his door.
like I said, LB, I don't feel safe in my city no more, man. I just don't, man. I feel like I can't go outside. I can't be at home at peace. I'm afraid I'm gonna get shot by the cops now. Like I'm just.
Too Raw, what's up, homie?
Hey, what's up, LB? What's up, Harry?
Hey, I heard your Patreon video. If y'all not subscribed to Too Raw for TV's Patreon, do so immediately. Immediately. All right. Hey, he dropped the epic video on Patreon, man. You know what I'm saying? If you subscribe to Too Raw for TV and ain't got a chance to look at that, listen to that, go ahead, do it.
I mean, it's like this, LB, man. I'm 40 years old, about to be 41, man. It's like, look, I pretty much agree with Lamont, man. As much as that pains me, I agree with Lamont, man. It's like we've witnessed these things so much that we know their game plan. We know what's going to happen. Okay. Whenever there's a situation where a police officer, especially a situation like that where there isn't really much evidence, you know what I'm saying? Like visual evidence, you're going off of testimony about what happened. They're going to side with police 100 times out of 100 times. And, you know, I'm actually kind of surprised that they are indicting that police officer, but it's going to be a light charge. It's going to be something like manslaughter, second-degree murder, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to really suffer. The person that was set up in this whole situation was, what's his name, Kenneth Walker. He's the person that's going to be set up in this situation. The family been paid off, but that payment really was chump change. Really, like they should have gotten it. They should have gotten at least, in my opinion, $80, $100 million. Really,
hey,
honestly.
Raw, hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. By the time they got done, they should have owned the Louisville Cardinals University of Louisville.
Right. They should have gotten at least $100 million off the notoriety, the I don't want to say popularity, but the
name,
infamy of the case.
Yeah. And
you know
this the thing too, Raw. Hey. This the thing. You got all these fucking club chasers and all these other bammers right here holding all kinds of gatherings and all kinds of things in the name of Breonna Taylor. I remember Torian Rand did a video about this. There were some chicks that basically did this whole thing in the name of Breonna Taylor. Now, this the thing. They're not even gonna donate money to the family. They're gonna just sit up there, raise all that money, and keep it for themselves. And that's disgusting too.
Yeah. Like you're saying, a lot of people are making money off of her name in a very, disgusting manner as far as like morals and ethics. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So her name alone is generating money, generating views on media and television. So you look at how much her name is worth. Really not think about $100 million is chump change.
That's what I'm saying, man. $12 million is fucking crumbs.
Crumbs. Like a lot of people are like, oh, they got $12 million. That's nothing.
But nothing. Too raw. This is what happens. What they do is they bring to you an offer. And you can take this offer in a civil court, or we can take this case in front of a jury and they can hear all the details, and you can take your chances hearing this case in front of a jury. See, this is why people take them settlements, because it capitulates to both sides. They didn't just offer them that money and they just took it. They offered them that money with some stipulations behind it too. If you don't take this shit, we're going to take this shit to trial in front of a jury in a civil hearing, and we're going to expose everything. You might get zero. So it go both ways.
J-Dog in the building. Shout out to my boy J-Dog. And make sure y'all subscribe to J-Dog. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm sorry. I had to do this shout out real quick. I accidentally kicked myself out the chat. But yeah, man, that's bullshit. So I'm pretty that's bullshit right there. The way they just like, hey, look, you just take this money, or else we're going to take it to court, and now you're in a position where you get nothing. That's even more fucked up.
If you look at what they
I
do with
hope
the
they
cop,
invested. Go ahead, Lamar.
here's the cop. Look at this. It's like if I go to the store and steal a candy bar, that's theft. Imagine me going to the store stealing a candy bar, and then I walk to jail. They didn't charge me with burglary. Well, I'm gonna beat that charge because if you look at all of the requirements for burglary, my theft of a candy bar ain't gonna meet that requirement for burglary. So the fact that they're charging this cop with murder,
They ain't charging with murder. They charging with wanton endangerment.
Oh, that's it? I thought they charged him with murder. Well,
No, they ain't
They didn't
charging
even
with
charge him
murder.
with murder?
No.
I told y'all they're not gonna charge nobody. They didn't charge her for her death. They just charged her for some shooting a gun in the house. That was it.
Oh, they get a conviction then. They get a conviction off that. They get that. That's all they get.
That's what I'm telling you. That shit only carried 5 years with a $10,000 fine.
Yeah, but 5 years.
That's like basically what Amber
5 years
Geiger.
probation.
That's basically up there with Amber Geiger.
A nigga would jump on that and lay on that bed, boy. That nigga ain't about to do. And then his family still gonna be taken care of. They gonna be mailing checks to his house still. That shit that they gonna be doing for him while he locked up. While, like you said, Lamont, they gave him that money. Shit, but you wanna go to court and fight this shit? And what if the shit is true, like you said? You got enough evidence not to get nothing if she was in a fucking drug scandal, like a drug investigation, drug trafficking. That's RICO.
You know what, James? A part of me feel like they knew that money was there. They just went up there to try to get that money. Cause I think some no cops were dirty.
Yeah.
Listen,
that's another point we ain't talked about.
But Luke, maybe they found the money, said they didn't find shit, they just pocketed it all. I know that, we know that happens. Because the dude said on the phone there was money there. He said on the phone there was money there. So he said he didn't think they found it.
So here's the other question though, right? Here's the other question. Where's the money?
Why the dude said the police made him say that shit, did it? And he was scared to say that shit.
The dude who knows where the money is the dude that shot at the cops. I'm assuming when they released him, he went straight to the money and probably took that shit out if the cops didn't get it.
So that's my question though. If there's all this money, because
he'd be dumb if he didn't.
I'm pretty sure that's the whole premise of that. That was the whole premise of the raid, right? Money and drugs,
yep,
right?
So the money,
huh?
Yep, the money. See, because remember you heard him talking on the phone call about hood. Because remember in the phone call you heard him talking about hoodies and stuff getting in the mail.
Yeah,
the cops had already deciphered that. That was their terminology for different types of drugs. They would say hoodies or t-shirts because they already busted the other girl. They found the packages of dope coming in the mail at the other lady's house who they was using to hold money and to get packages sent to her house. So they knew what they was looking for at her house. They were looking for money. But this dummy said on the phone that the money was in the car parked outside. Like he was saying all this goofy stuff on the phone. I'm like, man, y'all just fucking the whole case up.
Hey,
talking too much.
This another thing raise an eyebrow too, though, dog. Because any real nigga know not to talk on no jail phone. Nigga ain't going in that bitch talking about, man, yeah, bro. Nigga gonna be denying that shit on every phone call. Man, you really did that, man? You ain't do that shit, man. Give a fuck what the people. Nigga is not about to say nothing. That's how something ain't right with this fucking case, dog. I'm telling you. Niggas go to jail, they're not talking on no phone. Yeah, I smoked that nigga, man. Yeah, I knocked that nigga. Boy, they know the phone's tap and they gonna record. Every mail you get in jail, nigga, your shit be open.
It seems like,
and you know why, right?
You send out that bitch, that shit
James,
be open.
You know why, right? I'll tell you why. Because I used to, matter of fact, when I was on break duty, and when I worked at a Navy jail, right? So before anybody gets the mail gets scanned, right?
Yeah,
they're looking
that shit
for.
Be open.
Yeah, they open your mail. They go through it, make sure there's
right.
no drugs.
Wait for a nigga to slip up.
There ain't no crazy shit in the mail, right? They look for little code words, all that shit, right?
Bro, I say, bro, something ain't right with this fucking case, dog. And then this the big part you got to think about it too. That nigga wasn't the only one shot no gun, whether it hit or not. So why you indict everybody? You know how crime goes. Everybody in the car, everybody go to jail. I don't want to hear that shit. Why is the law so different for that badge? Why is the law so different for them protecting their own people?
James, a lot of people who are connected to this whole Breonna Taylor case are getting killed right now.
I know.
They're getting killed. And they said it's a possibility Kenneth Walker may get killed too.
Because they got to clean their tracks up, silence them. They got to silence the lamb, baby.
Well, you know, in my opinion, man.
Did you hear in the phone calls though when the dudes in jail, when they first heard about the story, they put a hit out on Kenneth because they thought he was the reason why Breonna got killed because she was the one holding everybody's drug money. They was like, since he fucked the money up, they was talking on the phones about putting a hit out on him. That's how dumb this shit is.
I mean,
multiple people.
In my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of individuals in Kentucky government are corrupt anyway. I mean, from Mitch McConnell on down. Like super corrupt. Like criminally corrupt. You know, like if you really look at your research, like if you do some research on Mitch McConnell and a lot of these dudes, they're very shady. Very, like even by a politician standard.
Like I told y'all a couple weeks ago, Daniel Cameron is getting married to that white woman because he's hoping to become president someday. He's doing the same shit that Joe Biden, vice president, doing right now. He don't give a fuck about us. All he cares about trying to become governor one day, then get into a White House, be a vice president or the main president of the United States of America. So fuck that nigga.
Oh yeah, Daniel Cameron definitely has presidential aspirations. You better believe it.
Like a whole like somebody I know, right? AKA downtown Willie Brown's side chick. That's right. Downtown Willie Brown.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit bothering me, y'all, because bro. I feel like Lou, nigga, you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Every day you walk out your fucking house. These niggas supposed to be protecting and serving, but they knocking us off. Anybody I feel like there's a threat, Internal Affairs ain't doing their job neither because they letting this shit go on.
And you got the FBI supposed to be doing their job. They ain't do their damn job.
They like, crooked too. They crooked too, nigga. I done seen niggas go in the house, take a box out, split the money up, and turn the rest of the evidence in.
So hold on, James. I can't lie. If I was a cop, I'd be doing the same thing. All that dope money. Fuck. I'm not about to get this to the government. Fuck that.
Hey, at the end of the day, when that shit come now, nigga, what you gonna do? Fuck. Like I said, bro, I don't knock nobody how they get their hustle on how they get their money. But at some point, when you're doing shit illegal, you know it gotta come with consequences. Mm-hmm. Only thing I ain't gonna say. The only thing scared me from the streets is nigga ratting on me because I'm gonna hurt somebody. Nigga, you rat on me, I'm gonna bind out just to do you something. Then I'm gonna go report myself. Yeah, I'm bad. Come on, lock me up again. I bet you won't rat on nobody else. It's just a code that I come up on, dog, and I live by, die by that shit, man. And I ain't about to sell out, man, because I know how hard it is.
Hey, Lamont.
Yo.
Lamont, are they gonna boycott this game tonight, man? They need to.
I'm not gonna boycott that.
Oh, you talk about the Lakers and the Nuggets or what?
No, I'm talking about Boston and Miami. Because
why do you think they're gonna boycott it?
I think
they don't want them niggas to play.
They should boycott the game tonight. Fuck, man.
But listen, look. The more effective boycott would be for people in Louisville to start boycotting businesses and stuff that actually affect their money in Louisville. See, telling the NBA to boycott ain't gonna affect Louisville. Louisville gonna be looking at the NBA like, we don't give a fuck. But if y'all start boycotting,
you wanna know what's happening right now in Louisville, Lamont? We out there outside protesting, setting shit on fire outside right now.
But look. If I set my business on fire, I'm gonna be sitting back in my living room smiling. I'm just looking at
that's what I'm saying. Lamont insurance money like a motherfucker.
What?
Right now they setting garbage cans on fire right now. They're not setting, and they throwing, and the police is outside the courthouse, outside the police station, going back and forth with us right now.
I know, Luke, but look, imagine if everybody went home. Imagine if everybody said, you know what?
Man, fuck going home right now.
Luke, listen to this. What if they did?
Motherfucking home right now, Lamont.
Luke, but what if they did this? What if they did this? We not shopping at all of these businesses. No black person is going to shop at any of these certain businesses because they white owned. until we get justice. And if everybody go through with it, watch something happen in about a week.
I ain't gonna lie,
If you start
Lamont,
boycotting shit, you start fucking.
nobody
What?
think that's gonna be hard to do because after that dude disrespected us with that
Oh
Gucci
yeah.
mask, that Gucci line was way around the corner. Them niggas talking about they were gonna do this and do that. Nigga was still supporting that shit.
Oh
I
yeah,
do
no, you
agree
right.
with you 100% though. I really do agree with you. But I say, bro, the way these niggas living now, they got morals and values fucked up in life. They cherish more materialistic shit than, like you say, land, money, building the property up. Dog, you know, I met a lot of rich dope dealers, bro, and I used to always ask them, man, you counting all that fucking money, man? Why don't you go buy some of this property up and put it on Section 8, get some of these people out these white people pocket?
What?
Man, I ain't fucking with the government.
What?
And these niggas here. Dog,
Facts.
I know people doing that right now, though. Some people did it. They done cleaned up their money, bought like 5, 6 houses, started up. Now they got 20, 30 houses. And they helping people that's trying to help themselves. Like I say, we can't bring everybody along. But the people that won't help, the people that need to be helped, we can find those people because it's like finding a needle in a haystack. It ain't that many. And then maybe we can grow from the bottom, then come up. We can't try to build a top of the ice cream cone. You know what I mean? From nothing. How you expect to build something if you don't start from the bottom? People won't jump the line and try to build up. We got to start this bitch from ground up, bro. And we got to see who all with us, who not with us, and we got to X these motherfuckers out, man. Period.
Yeah. Too many fakers.
It is true because a lot of people don't. It is true. A lot of people don't want help. A lot of people like working for the white man, like doing cool shit. They'd rather do it for free instead of doing the shit for money. So you can't save everybody. It's in any culture of you can try to save people, but they'll just end up doing the same old shit. It's like you get out of jail and you going back doing the same shit that got you locked up. You should be trying to change your life. I know it's hard, but you should at least try. A lot of these niggas don't want to do it. Nah, man. When I get out, I'm back on the block, man. They already know. When I come home, I'm gonna earthquake the block up. Yeah, you might do that for a couple of months. You might have your little reign of terror, but shit, you know how these niggas is in the hood and shit. We just had a bus down here. These motherfuckers down here in Athens was selling methamphetamine and shit. They had like a nationwide drug DEA thing I was hearing about in the newspaper and shit. Like they were connecting this shit to like Atlanta, and like they had like different drug hubs throughout the United States and shit. You know, they called it Operation Woo Block or something. That's what they called it. It had like the DEA and the FBI and like Athens Clark County Police Department on it. You know, so you know these dudes just going crazy down here. You know.
Hey, this is another reason why I don't think shit will work either. A dude that I know, he set up a program in his city out in Philly. And it's basically a program where if you have a warrant or if you have like charges with that attached to that warrant, you can go in, do it for this program. They'll drop the warrant, they'll reset your case, and they offer you something called, it's like I forgot the name of the program, but it's basically a program so you can work, you can actually work your charges off, whether it's robbery, as long as it wasn't a capital charge, you can go like do work release or do some type of work for certain companies to work your charges off. There was so many people out here that accused that man of being the police, being a snitch and doing all this stuff. And next thing you know, when people start going through this program, getting their charges dropped, getting the warrants dropped, they could just go work off their charges to pay their due to society. The next thing you know, you got all these other dudes out here still with warrants, still with all these charges. Like, damn, how you get your charges dropped? Like, I just went to the program, but there's so many people, they just so scared. They just get so scared when black people come up with a good idea or a good solution. They get so scared they don't want to take advantage of it. That's just part of the problem too. It's just us, our mindsets are.
I want to take advantage of it because a lot of these people. I want to take advantage of it because a lot of these people in the prison system and the jail system actually want to change their life and shit. And I wish they had programs like that. I think that'll decrease like crime and shit within our community. Like if you actually help these people, you know, come up with programs and stuff, maybe they won't have to go back doing the same shit. You know, you a convicted felon, you can't. What's up?
I go to these prisons. I go in there. They got programs. This is the problem. Here's the setup.
Yeah.
When you get released, this is the setup. This is what they do when they release you. You're on probation or you're on parole, and as soon as you get released, now you got to pay for probation fees. Now you got to get a job within a certain amount of time. If you don't do X, Y, and Z immediately after you're released, you could possibly get your parole or probation where you can go right back in. So a lot of these users are so desperate just to pay off some of these fees and off the pressure of just having to get a job, they'll go do some dumb shit just to get the people off their back. So a lot of them, the system is designed for them to fuck up. Because how is a motherfucker just got out of jail? You've been locked up for 10 years. You ain't even adjusted to society, but you telling them to go get a job in 10 days. You telling them to pay $200 probation fees, sign up fees, and then another $100 weekly fee. You ask them to pay this in 30 days. These motherfuckers ain't got a $10 to their name. And so the system, like, we got to start eliminating bullshit like that. Like, when motherfucker get released, fuck all the probation fees. Don't charge a motherfucker when he get released. Just let him be. Let him live his life. It's just too much pressure on him.
And I agree with you.
It's crazy. Like, James, you know, like, if you ever been locked up, you know this probation system would be fucking. The probation system is the main reason why niggas go back. Guaranteed.
Hey, that's why a lot of niggas go back, because, like you said, we done did our time, did the 6 months, 5 years without getting in trouble. But now, you know, caught us back in the system because we ain't got the money to pay fines and fees. And like you say, once you see that conviction, you know you can't get no job. So how you expect me to get a fucking job in 10 days? All that shit is a way to keep us down and to keep us in a hole with their motherfucking ass. Because they know you going to go out there and do that shit because you know them days getting short and winding down. You can't afford to go back in that system. So them niggas gonna hit a corner, sell drugs, try to rob somebody like Lamont said, and get themselves caught back up now as a serious charge. Plus on top of the fines and fees you already paid. Now about the triple billion railroad you. We have been doing that shit to us for years.
It's a setup. It's damn near setup.
The law's been fucked up to me. That's why I told niggas, man, I'm staying out the way. They don't make me no bitch believe that, because I done went that route already. I'm tired of giving my money to the motherfuckers. Them bitches ain't giving me nothing, but I'm giving my money to them.
That's why they don't let me go back in. That's why they don't let me go back in, because I was teaching them how to make that money, working for themselves, setting up their home business from home, make that money quick, the legal way. Once they found out when I was going in there that's what I was doing, they told me they couldn't keep doing it.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me you were going out there saying to people, but that's fucked up though. Yeah. And that goes to show you how they don't want us to spread that knowledge and they want us to stay in the crab in the bucket mentality. But I'm out that bitch. That's why I'm gonna keep talking. I'm gonna keep spreading, and I want people to know the truth now, dog. Because I've been lied to all them years. That's why I was doing what I was doing. Now that I know, everybody know if you knew what you knew back then, it'll be a difference. So now we got a chance to know. Now we got a chance to make a difference. Let's start.
It is true, man. A lot of us really want to learn stuff, but once we start teaching each other, a lot of people don't really want us to learn shit. But when you go to these other people in these other cultures, they learn about everything, but you want to keep us down for some reason. They go to show you that they want to keep us down as long as they can, because they know once the people gain the knowledge, it's over for them.
Yep. Hey, Eric, I'm gonna ask y'all. Everybody, I bet y'all can answer this. In y'all high school, grade 9 through 12, did you have any class that taught you about mortgage or how to apply to get own a house?
Nope.
No.
But look, I went to some white schools, private schools, Catholic schools.
Yeah,
they teaching that stuff in 10th, 11th, 12th grade.
Yeah, they probably teaching this shit in middle school to them damn kids.
But I'm saying that's intentional, because the curriculum should be the same for all schools. So how is this portion of the curriculum always missing in urban schools?
And especially for these high populated schools, they got a higher percentage of black people. Why are you trying to teach these kids different languages? They should be learning about their history, but you want us to learn about the United States of America history. We already know most of that shit. Why we can't learn and where we come from?
Yep. But I've been saying they need to get rid of Black History Month. Yeah. That Black History Month shit is stupid. It's history. It's all American history. Black history is American history. Teach that shit 12 months of the fucking year. That's all year round. You should be teaching Black history. It's part of American history.
I agree with that. You should have to wait all year to learn about your people. You know, you got a lot of innovative people within our culture that do revolutionary things every day, historical things. But you got other people trying to take advantage of it by just trying to keep us in the background by just giving us a couple of weeks out of the year to get our time. But we do things every day that's positive.
Facts. It's a fucked up system. This is the main time why everybody in this homeschool or you teaching your kids from home. This is when people should really be on their kids, but they even putting black families at a disadvantage now because you got your kids learning from home. How many black can understand some of the math that these kids are doing in school? You know what I'm saying? Like, how these kids really gonna learn without a teacher there? Like, it's a disadvantage for black kids, especially right now, without them being able to go into schools. So it's just fucked up right now. It's
Hey, I
fucked
ain't
up.
gonna
Yeah,
lie.
they
You know what I like what you just said? Because my daughter, she be on there, they got 300 people in her class. I'm like, how the fuck you could go to all these people and teach them what they need to know? Everybody hollering. I don't understand this, Miss Bookman. How you do this
listen,
part? Now you, I'm like, what the fuck? This shit is so unorganized. So that's what I feel. I've been out of school for 22 years. I don't know that shit like that.
Facts.
You
That's
know what
what
I
I'm
mean?
listen,
saying.
break it down.
Not saying
Like
I
what?
can't remember certain things that I seen can help them to the point where they're past, but come on, man, that's a teacher's job. I ain't got no degree to do that shit no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
All
the
I can
mind
do is
on that
teach you the
shit.
basics. They done changed the math shit so much throughout the years that you'll look at a math problem, you'll be like, what this got to do with this problem? But I'm just used to doing additive, subtraction, multiplication, and dividing. They want you to be doing
Facts.
squares and triangles and shit. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the fuck this got
Did
to
you see my
do
video?
with numbers?
Did you see my video, James, about that shit?
No, I said, bro, I was watching the other video that you did. I wanted to
Oh
leave a
my god.
comment, but I was getting ready for work. I like that
Nah.
bitch when you broke down that about Miami, how they play zone.
Oh
I know you
yeah.
keep it real. You feel me? You know basketball. You a good dude, dog. I know that. I like the debates that you bring, and you don't always agree with us because that make the shit intense. So we could teach the young people when you disagree sometimes. But sometimes being disagreeable with them, that'll get their mind fucked up, and then they'll believe some of that shit you be saying, and then they running with
Well,
that shit instead of us teaching these niggas the right
Damn.
way how it go. That's the only problem I got with you. But I know you know shit. I know you smarter than people give you credit for. That's why I still fuck with you, dog. Like I say, I love a good debate. Whatever the topic is, it ain't just gotta be on those sports because I don't know everything. And that's what we need to do. Have debates within our own community to fix the fucking problem. And it start on panels like LB. Ticket, yours. That's why I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers so I can start going live so I can open my panel up so people to have a voice, not just for me to speak speaking. You feel me? And that's where I'm at with it.
sir.
Yeah. It's how it's supposed to be with the brothers and sisters in the community. Once we come together and do our agreements and disagreements, and we come with like good topics, I think we'll get a better bond with each other instead of us just being
Yeah.
separated and shit.
Facts.
We already know what to do. You
Cause
feel me? It just like I say, it's just getting the infiltrators out our way, the cutthroaters and the snakes. And now we can build slowly, slowly. It don't take that much, bro. It take a land at a time, a couple of acres at a time. You feel me? We have people that want to do business with us because everybody making money. That's all they see is money. So it ain't like the money ain't gonna be there. You know what I mean?
the money, the money gonna come. A lot of these niggas want the money fast. I'd rather just get it slower.
Yeah,
But
I
I
still
think
grind
you'll
my
be. I
shit.
think you'll have. Yeah, I think you'll have more appreciation of getting your money from the battle instead of just getting it all of it, hand in hand. I'd rather just get it like say it like you win the lottery. Would you want all your money right then and there, or would you want it over a choice of years? I'd rather just get the shit over a choice of years and stuff. Like you get this much every year, so you can adjust to your spending budget and stuff instead of just giving a nigga say about $30 million. You take the taxes out, you got all this money now. Next thing you know, you gonna blow the shit. You ain't gonna think about what you gonna do with it, how you gonna help your family. You probably can do a lot of things with the money instead of just buying cars, jewelry, tricking it off on bitches. You can like if you really think about it and you come up with something to do with the money, you can actually change people's lives instead of just doing the same old shit when
Fact.
black people get money. And a lot of us ain't like that. A lot of us really know what to do with our money, but some of these dudes just bad with money. And you look at them, and you be like, you got this much money, how is you broke? You don't make no sense.
See, then this is what you got to think about too, though. I noticed this. They're jacking up all the prices every time a pandemic, but they're not giving nobody no raise. That's
You
how they
right.
did it for the hurricane because I come from paying $500. Now I'm paying 15. So either I stay down in that crab in the bucket mentality, I find a way to advance myself so I can pay these bills and elevate my skills. So that's what I did. Like I couldn't stay doing what I was doing, knowing you done jack the rent up on me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So now I gotta go pick up a trade or go to school or do some other shit. They're always trying to find a way to keep us in the hole with a loan and some kind of debt. Because some people
Yeah.
don't understand. If you have kids, that shit goes on their record, bro. And that's why I try not to get myself in no debt. So I don't want my kids to be like, man, daddy got us in a debt with these people, and I don't know, I ain't had nothing to do with that. My mama been putting
Didn't
light bills in our lane for so long. It got to the point when I first started, I couldn't even get a light bill.
Hey,
But
hey,
that's how
Renee.
people used to rock in the 80s and the 90s and the 70s to help people along the way. But the shit just got out of hand for some reason, and that's how they keep us in the hole.
So, but you
you?
said
Yeah,
debt.
they didn't.
I like what you said, but here's the problem. And I just saw this yesterday. It blew my mind.
Well, tell me about it.
Mercedes Benz released a poll. They said the people in the United States that own the highest percentage of Mercedes Benz cars are black
Yeah.
people in the United States. And they said the number one gender was black women. They own the most Mercedes Benzes in the United States. Not white women, not white men, black women. So when we say talk about putting ourselves in debt, like we ain't got no reason to be buying these luxury cars when a lot of these women are living in poverty or making less than 40,000 a year. If you're making
Fact.
50, 40, 60,000 a year, you shouldn't be driving a Mercedes Benz. You should be driving a Toyota Camry. You know what I'm saying?
Honda.
What I'm saying is because you got to understand money. You got to understand, if you understand money, you will know that having that Benz is not going to be beneficial long term as
It gonna,
opposed to
it gonna,
driving
it,
it.
And I do agree with you because we bad with managing money and we always want to live above our means. And you fucking right
Facts.
about that. I
yeah.
totally agree with you on that, Lamont. I'm living in Houston right now, bro. You know how many foreign cars I be seeing? And you not lying, number of black females putting up in Benzes. I'm like, what the
What?
fuck?
Yep.
And this the thing about when you buy luxury cars. If you mess it up, it gonna cost more to fix it because it's a luxury car. They ain't selling the
What?
car. They selling the name. They selling the name as a brand.
Hey, them cars not
You
that
know.
good though, cause my girl's sister had a car, a Benz. Cause her husband that she was married to at the time was in the army. And he had sent all the money
Okay.
home. She had a Benz, and every time that bitch broke down, you might well go buy another car because the fucking parts to
Yeah.
fix this bitch.
It gonna cost more.
Dog, that bitch was ridiculous. So they wound up letting that motherfucker go. Now you're in the credit bureau because you signed a contract for this car for what 4 5 years, and they came got it from me because you man I ain't about to pay this. That car broke on me. Y'all supposed to fix it. You know all how that shit go. There's always a catch
Yeah.
to
You
something.
know,
Once
you
you
know
pull
what?
off the lot, that's your responsibilities.
You know what? My grandfather had the same car for his whole life. He never brought a new one or nothing. Every time that car broke down, he just went in the ride and fit that shit his own self. And
I,
he said,
I know a lot of people like that, Lou.
like like I asked my grandfather, like, how long you been having this car? Yeah, I've been having the car since the '60s.
Now that's 60 years. Damn. I see when you
God,
take care. You
Hey,
see.
hey, he lived like this. Hey, if it worked, hey, if it works, I'm gonna keep driving it. If it don't work, I'm gonna fix it up and still keep get it to
Yeah.
work again.
yeah,
That
all
was
thing you gotta do, keep the fluids up, change the spark plugs and wires, and get you a new motor and a new transmission. You can always get that bitch rebuilt. You can save your car, dog. You'll be spending less
Yeah.
money. You'll stay out the
and
hole with car notes, and then you still gotta pay car insurance. So you gotta pay for everything, but we're not making the money to do that. That's why you got snake niggas doing snake shit. and you got to snake a nigga to keep going. And I feel like that's where we have a problem at too. Like Lamar say, you living above your fucking means. Ain't nowhere in the world you in the 40, 60, 50,000 out of bracket trying to ride in a fucking Benz.
Yeah.
They had supposed to be once you take care of your stuff, they're gonna take care of you. You know, once you do everything to it. But if you out here just buying cars and breaking it,
I'm like this. Why the hell you want to buy a Benz knowing if you drive that shit in the hood, knowing they can take those parts and just rip you off?
Make you a target, but it make you an unnecessary target.
You know how these crackheads do? They gonna take the tires and shit. Gonna be on some blocks and shit.
There is gonna
no, because you'll fuck around have a car like that. People think you really got money like that. Fucking run up in your crib and do something to you.
Yeah,
but it just leads to unnecessary shit.
Hey, no one be tripping me out too. That's why I agree with you 100%. Half of these motherfuckers still be renting out on a house, but you trying to ride in the fucking Benz. Nigga,
I don't understand that. Hey, hold on, shout out to Quincy Randolph, Jalen, and yeah, thanks for y'all being in the building. I'm sorry, I had to step away for a little bit, but I'm back up in this motherfucker now.
That's why, James. That's why I was afraid that when they told that Brown and Taylor family got that $12 million settlement, I was like, why y'all letting people know they got $12 million settlement like that?
They normally don't disclose that dollar figure.
I wouldn't want nobody to know my shit, because it's like if you win the lottery, don't be telling people what the hell you got. I'd rather just keep it on the down low. You put a target on her family back by telling her that, and then you got all this shit going on out here. They just gave her that little $12 million just to shut up. Like she deserved more money than that.
Say, bro, I just hope if that shit happened like that, with them being involved in the drugs, that's why they took that settlement, because they can't let nothing get out, because they ain't gonna get nothing if they come out with the truth. If she was really dealing with that shit, that's why I feel the mind. But when you got other people breaking this bitch down, other people doing their homework on other stations, dog, you listen to a lot of people. So why wait the 6 months for this shit to come out? Like all of a sudden now you got shit coming up from under the rug that you swept up since you bought this motherfucking house. I just don't understand the government and what they fucking plans are about doing this. Because if it was 3 officers, like I said, if I'm riding around with 3 niggas in the car and that bitch smell like weed, or they got 1 gun, they know they can't split that bitch up into 3 guns and put it on all of us. But guess what? All of us going to jail for that gun, because ain't nobody taking that charge. Because we already know once we go to court, they can't stick it on everybody. They gonna wind up throwing that bitch out. Or the nigga who was fucking gonna wind up taking his lick, because we gonna fuck over him when we get to jail, because he know the fucking game, how it go. Everybody gonna be punching on him in that bitch. But why go through all that? What I'm saying, we in the same situation dealing with a badge, but you give one officer a bogus ass crime when you know he gonna beat this bitch 5 years, $10,000 fucking fines and fees. That's a fucking slap on the wrist, man. Nigga jump on that bitch. When I start today, bring me in that bitch right now. For as long as I ain't doing life behind killing nobody. And that's how they looking at it. That's a win-win for the officers. But they ain't no win-win for our community.
Nope.
That's not like I said before, they have gotten away with murder down here multiple times. Like I can tell you a lot of stories where they have gotten away with murder. Like they shot a guy who was handcuffed. They shot a kid in the back who was just in the park.
Get this, y'all. I just read this article just now. I'm gonna share this with y'all, right? This happened in Iowa. I don't know if y'all heard about 4 white men strangling a black man, set him on fire in a ditch.
Yeah, I heard about that.
No, I ain't never heard about that.
So this the article right here. This comes from Yahoo. 4 white people were charged Tuesday in the alleged murder of a black man whose body was found burning in a ditch in rural Iowa early this month, but authorities said it did not appear he was targeted because of his race. Now, speaking at a joint press conference with local civil rights leaders, Dennis Riley, police chief in the small town of Grinnell, said he understood why the death of Michael Williams, 44, had created a heightened sense of danger among the town's black residents. He said he wanted to be clear this was not a random act of violence. The those responsible for this heinous act knew each other. They were associates. They hung out together. Mike was part of their circle. The 4 people charged in Williams' killing are Stephen Vogel, 31, his mother, Julia Cox, 55, Roy Garner, 57, and Cody Johnson, 29. Vogel was charged with first-degree murder and abuse of a corpse, according to a criminal complaint filed in the Poishik District Court. The others have been charged with destruction of evidence, abuse of a corpse, and accessory after the fact, according to Adam DeCamp, special agent in charge at the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation. Now, it wasn't immediately clear if Vogel, Cox, Garner have lawyers. Cox and Garner being held at the county jail. Now, Vogel was at Marshall County Jail where he had already been in custody on unrelated charges. Now, authorities declined to discuss a potential motive, and DeCamp said it wasn't clear when Williams was killed. The last time Williams had appeared to have been talked with anyone was between September 11th and September 13th. Now, Williams, who was moved from New York State to Grinnell about 12 years ago, according to his aunt, told the Des Moines Register that he worked at a fast food restaurant but had recently been unemployed because of health problems. I'm pretty sure these health problems had everything to do with the ongoing global health bastard that's going on right now. Now, the complaint cites a witness who told investigators that on September 13th, Vogel allegedly showed him Williams' body, which is wrapped up in plastic, in the basement of Cox's home. Now, Vogel allegedly admitted strangling Williams and had asked the witness if he could help move the body. Now, on the same day, Vogel allegedly asked Cody Johnson to help move Williams' body. Johnson told investigators that he tried to help but was not able to move Williams, according to the complaint. Now, 2 days later, Vogel asked Johnson for help again. Now, that's the thing about a dead body, right? They're a lot heavier than a live body, right? And shout out to the underrated doctors in the building. So that's why anytime trying to move a dead body, you know, that's why they ask for help. Now, according to the complaint, Cox told investigators that her son loaded a long object covered with a brown blanket onto the truck of a man she lives with. Now, Garner and Cox and Vogel then drove to a gas station where Vogel bought fuel. They traveled 7 miles east before Cox allegedly helped Vogel move Williams' body into a ditch. The man can't even get a proper burial. That's a fucking hate crime. It's a hate crime.
Yeah, this was a hate crime. Then the motherfucker already strangled him, moved his body, then burnt him. That's overkill right there. They shouldn't have no bail. But motherfuckers be having murder charges, they be having bail. I'm be like, you just killed somebody, how they getting bail? But the simplest motherfucker, they get caught with a little bit of weed, he can't even get out on bail. And it might be his first charge. But you let these motherfuckers out on murder charges.
They were planning to kill this man for about weeks and weeks. Like, didn't you say that he was hanging out with them multiple times, LB?
Yeah.
They were planning to kill this man. They were just waiting for the right time. Well, I think what happened the night they killed him, he was kind of drinking with them, partying, stuff like that. Then once they got him drunk enough, then they started going in on him.
Bullshit, man.
Crazy, man.
I can't believe the type of world we live in, man.
Shit happening every day. That's why you can't go
to right, Lou, baby. It's gonna be all right, Lou. We just gotta hang in there, man. We gotta fight through everything that we ever earned and accomplish in life. Ain't nothing ever came easy, bro. So just don't give up and know one thing. I'm in the fight with you, boy. I'm standing tall.
Yep, me too, bro. I'm right there with you.
I'll be right there too, ready for war. Can't go nowhere without no protection these days, the way these motherfuckers be acting.
Yep, and Stephanie Dew is exactly right. She's saying that they're doing this shit because they know they can get away with it. They know it.
And that's 100% right. Salute, Stephanie. Listen, when you look at it, why you think they took so long to come out with something? Just anything. Now you got phone tap, phone conversation. Say, bro, if you look on Willie D page when he was talking about the stuff before all this even much came out, the dude that supposed to been went to jail for all this dope charges and supposed to be implicated with her, he already came out and said the police made him say this and made him do everything that they're accusing this young lady of doing. This is my assumption of it. I might be wrong, but this is how I look at it from coming from where I come from. When you know something and you dealing in that medical field, they're gonna try to silence you, man. Now, whatever she knew, whatever she was in, I'm sorry it had to happen to her that way, and I'm sorry we wasn't there to fight for her and to protect this young lady. But you gotta understand, dealing with these type people, you don't know who they gonna send at you, because like I said, they infiltrate us every day. They come on our side, find out what our plans are, and they go back tell them, and then they're knocking off the people who had something to do with starting this plan off, or who had opened their mouth and talk against this agenda or this problem that they having. Y'all know how it goes. They try to silence everybody, man. So it's not a coincidence. I just want the truth to come out first, because I know they lying on this young lady.
They've been lying on this. They found everything under the sun to try to like denigrate this woman's name, and it's bullshit. Shout out to Wouldn't You Like to Know in the building. Hey, yeah, for real.
Hey, you know why I say that too, though, LB? Because I'm gonna tell you why, LB. Everybody know, bro. You ain't gotta be no street dude to know this. Anytime you go to jail, everybody know the phone's tapped. Anybody ever did more than 2 months, 3 months, a month, and you got mail, you know your mail being tampered with every day. So you gotta watch what you say, because your mail be open when you get it, and your mail be open when you send it out to your people. Because my sister always used to call me, your mail open. You open? I said, no, man. That's how they do it in jail, to make sure ain't nothing going down. Because they want to read what I'm sending you. They got the phones tapped. So that's why I always tell people, man, you got to watch how you talk over the phone when you get yourself in trouble. You get in jail and you talking on these phones and you wonder why the people got all this information on you, because you done called red and told Sue. You feel me? So you can't put nobody, you can't fault nobody, but yourself, because you already know this shit. Period. Now, when you get up in that motherfucker, you talking reckless like that, either these motherfuckers paid you to do it, to hide something for them, or they got so much dirt on you, you trying to knock some of that time down, because how they got you for is that a RICO Act. If you was that big time dope dealer they claim you was, money laundering, house to house, getting packages in through the mail, that's a RICO Act right there. Get anything from state line to state line is considered trafficking, and they're going to hit you with the RICO Act. Period. Anybody know this, though? Anybody. So he trying to get that RICO time cut. That's why he playing these police's game. Yeah, she was implicated on. I had money by a house. I do know her. I just like I know LB. If I want to cut my time now, I could call him right now. Yeah, man, what's up, LB, bro? And just talk that shit. He ain't got to know shit I'm talking about. They just listening to me talk. So they're trying to get much as on this case and indict much as people as they can to make themselves look good. Like they cleaning the streets up when they motherfuckers putting it on the streets.
How they do try to flip it.
I'm thinking like this, man, James, man. I think everything all electronics that we have are tapped. The cell phones, the laptops, everything is tapped. They watching this 24/7 trying to get something on us.
Oh, they is. I know they is. I remember you had to pay minutes for phone. I used to pay $50 for like 100 minutes when Prime Code first came out. Now you got unlimited minutes. Go ahead and talk all you want for $50. Listen, dude. Then they come out with the government phones. Who gonna give you fucking free phones? Yeah,
Hey,
you know how many niggas got?
Hey, they were coming out with the jitterbug, James.
I remember in my city when that shit first happened, dog.
There used to be on the corner.
Over 82 people got indicted. The feds swooped through that bitch and picked up everybody. Fucking with them government phones. I promise on everything. Look up 2003 in New Orleans, Louisiana. The feds swept that bitch and 82 niggas got indicted for fucking with them free phones. My name ain't on there. No, they got a tracking device on that bitch, though. That bitch hit off every cell tower that you pass, so they know if it's you or not. They got that number. They can call that bitch. You know, them random numbers be popping up in your phone and nobody don't be saying nothing. Nigga, beat game, man. people sounding all foreign, trying to like giving out shit. Oh, you the one this, man. I won't hear that shit. Don't call my motherfucking phone with this bullshit. Give a fuck what I want.
Shout out to my
That's
boy
all to get your number
Jacob Jennings in
on
the
law.
building.
Y'all know what they know they when what they vaccine they trying to come out with is true. They trying to tip us.
Man, fuck that vaccine. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is what I tell them about that vaccine, right? I don't like no unnecessary needles in my body. So this the thing. You guys try it first, right? You guys try it first, and then after somebody end up growing a second dick or end up fucking having a third titty or a third eye, then that'll tell me everything I need to know. You're not gonna make me out to be no goddamn test monkey. Fuck that.
It's funny to me, LB. The more closer we get to November, the more closer they come with the vaccine too.
Man, we all know that shit political, man. Trump trying to, play fucking hero and shit so he can get reelected. We all know what the play is, man. I mean, it takes somebody with more than a half a brain to be able to figure that out.
Like, I ain't taking no damn vaccine.
I ain't taking no vaccine. Fuck that.
Why all of a sudden we got to take a vaccine now?
Because they trying to put chips in the James.
Man, look, I ain't taking no goddamn vaccine. Suck my ass.
Hey, that remind me of the movie The Tournament. How they were putting them chips in people, and they had to go to war with each other. They got the phone, the bitch blank, and they find out where you at. Ever since they came out with Enemy of the State, I already knew them bitches was up to something.
Man, I love that movie too, man. That's a good movie.
Hey, that movie teach you about how the government is, nigga. When you got dirt on them niggas killed who that was they killed. This nigga was a high power nigga, and they caught it on tape. They went to everybody's house. Will Smith wound up getting caught in it because they followed the dude all around the city trying to get it from him because he uploaded that bitch on. Soon he uploaded that bitch on his computer. They knew just where to go, the house, and the bitch is knocking on his door. And he already knew it. He knew it. But that's what they do to clean up their shit, though. They still doing it to this day.
Yep.
That's why I don't want to fuck with them, bro. Nigga, anybody could have been the police. At one time, dog, I wanted to go to a turn of affairs because I'm going to tell you why. In 1990, my uncle was killed. They shot him 11 times in the face. Nah, the whole while they keep talking about nobody don't know who did it. Nobody don't know who did it. But that's when that song "Don't Get High Off Your Own Supplies" had first came out, and nigga was bumping
Talk
that
about
bitch.
10 Crack Commandments, right?
Yeah, and the nigga was bumping that bitch like on some shit. So that's when we had first heard that shit. Don't get high off your own supply. When my uncle had went in the Desire Project where he got killed at, the police was right there. The police was right there the whole while. But by us being a tight-knit community, and he was the type of dude that he was, taking care of everybody at the time, niggas told us what the deal was. But we can't go to war with no police, not the nigga that's on their payroll. So my grandmother, she was like, well, she gonna go to the courthouse and try to get the case opened up. You know, the cop who was out there watched the whole play and ain't arrested dudes who did it. They wind up knocking him off so he don't say nothing.
That's how they do. They try to get the niggas in the hood to knock the dude out that's actually doing something because he probably on some hate shit. Then the cop that sent the nigga gonna knock him off. It's like a mousetrap. You think
I'm
you
saying
getting the
that
truth.
because listen, if you got a cop sitting there witnessing a murder, either you in on it or you know what's about to happen. You know what I mean? That's the same thing to me. You know what's about to fucking happen. So why you ain't stop the shit? Why you ain't must get out chase the niggas or nothing? So you got my uncle laying in his project 3:30 in the morning. Well, 11 holes in his fucking face and nobody getting arrested for it. But everybody out there already told us what the play was. And they was like, man, Woo the Woo was sitting right there. The call number is this and that. So they run the cameras back because it wasn't that many cameras. It was just private owned cameras that was on corner stores and shit like that. And
You still there, James?
I don't know if his camera messed up or something. I don't know. Or his microphone.
They got cameras everywhere, and you telling me nobody didn't see nothing, and you can't. And when you tell them like, why did you go check those cameras? Oh, they said, oh, they already try to tell you the camera don't work. That's a damn lie.
Damn cameras work. They just don't want to check them because they know what it's all about.
Yeah.
Just like when you go to some of these schools now, you know they got damn cameras in there. So when you see somebody coming into school with an AR-15 and you see it on the damn security camera, why y'all ain't stopping it?
Tell what they ain't trying to stop it.
It is crazy, but shit, I don't know.
My bad. I had a phone call. Yeah.
Okay.
So the cop had wound up getting killed, man, because somebody had pressured him. That, man, you better tell who that was and what you saw, because that's how deep the shit was. You know what I mean? You better tell what you saw and whoop. So whatever happened, I guess they try to move him on the outskirts like Metairie, Slidell type shit. And I ain't gonna say who did it because I really don't know. At the time my uncle got killed, I was like 11 or 12 years old when that shit happened. I was too young to even know what was going on. So I just felt bad for my uncle because I know he was a good dude, even though he did what he did. That nigga took care of everybody, dog. And that's why I came up on learning how to protect the money. Now, not like I say, I ain't with no fuckery shit, though. I'm for the right. You know what I mean? Some people do that shit because they need to do it because they convicted felons, but then they get themselves caught up still and don't know how to get out of trouble.
Like you said, James, they don't like it taking care of our own.
Nope.
When we take care of our own, that's when they start to try to really fuck with us.
Yeah, everybody else can take care of their own, but when some brothers or sisters come together, they want to come in and be like, hey, what y'all doing? Don't fucking worry about it. We ain't coming over there mess with y'all. Why y'all messing with us?
Like they don't like us being smart. They don't like us taking care of our own because when we try to do that shit, they always kill us.
Yep.
Yep.
And go back to, and I said before, it's hard enough we out here fighting white supremacy. It's even harder when you got black bootlick out here, selling the soap for these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And it's just sad that we in these state of affairs where these racist hacks, these thugs with badges is going to get let off, right? And then this the thing, they're gonna get off, and then they're gonna go to another job, right? And they're gonna get trusted with a gun. They're gonna get trusted with all kinds of other lethal
firearms,
lethal weapons. You know what I'm saying? So and that's bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? Breonna Taylor ain't getting no justice, no matter how much we out here. Shout out to Marco Hinton in the building. No matter how much we out here screaming for equality, no matter how much we out here in the streets protesting and whatnot. I mean, what's it going to take? Literally, what is it going to take? Does it take, burning somebody, burning the whole city down? Huh? What does it take? Y'all motherfuckers out here still trying to play games with us. But God damn it, these games are over. Look, y'all need to be outside that motherfucker house. That motherfucker got a goddamn address somewhere in Louisville. Y'all need to be in that motherfucker house. Kick that motherfucker in.
The cop right now.
Hey, they gonna hide that nigga, man. They gonna protect him. They're not gonna do all that shit like
They got
him guarded like Tekashi 6ix9ine right now, boy. They know a nigga gonna flatline him.
If his right ass gotta move.
Get a gallon of milk, he dead.
His right ass gotta move every couple of months and shit.
And then know what I be thinking too though? When they be having people to catch that fall charge for them, I know this for a fact. Like even when niggas started snitching in my city, they'll do their time and they'll let them out and come back to the city because they know that nigga gonna kill them. They got what they needed out that nigga at that time though. That's why they only using you. But they ain't gonna tell you the consequences of you and this bitch snitching on people. Because when you still gotta come home, your family could be at jeopardy, man. I done seen people do this shit. They can't catch you, catch a friend. catch a kid
Yeah.
just to send a fucking message. Who won't live like that, man? That's what the government doing to us, playing street games like it's fucking legal. But when we do the same thing to them, they won't lock us up for it. When we have our own rights, that's why I'm telling everybody that's listening, man, take $500 and go get your shit expunged, man, and protect your motherfucking self. Don't put your life in these people's hands, man. Because
You
guess
got
what?
it.
You're gonna be another statistic.
Cause these motherfuckers ain't gonna protect you like you is. You gotta take that in your own hands and protect your
That's
family.
what I'm saying. Go protect yourself, man. Go buy your 25 or something. Put your gun on, live with.
I only
Get
fuck
your
with
gun and
nines. I don't
protect
fuck with
yourself.
25. I only fuck with 9 millimeters. But shit, get what you can. Get what you can. Cause some of
Man,
these
you don't
gun
need
prices
that much,
be going
man.
to hell.
Just
I
buy
know.
you.
I
Yeah,
know.
you
Cause
got
I'm a
30
gun.
rounds, you got 50
Yeah.
rounds, you
I
got
know.
you
Cause
got
I'm a gun
you got
going
40
on it.
rounds
You know.
mags. Man, I
Yeah.
got all kind of mags. Me, I ain't tripping,
Me
so
too.
I'm straight.
I'm straight too, dog. You know.
So like
You
I
know
say, I
that.
can't shoot all them bitches. I got two hands anyway. But if I
Yeah.
need somebody to go to war with me, I pass them bitches out like the
This,
Navy.
this,
Fuck
this
that.
how you supposed to do, man. Cause down here in Georgia, we keep guns on us and shit. And plus, you know, I keep
I
extended
watch
clips and stuff.
I see movies, dog, and I know they put
Yeah.
shit in movies so much they think we so stupid. So
Yeah.
every time I watch that Red Dawn, I train myself because I know that shit
Yeah.
coming, dog.
This my
We
shit.
we we beef with
I
too
like the
many
one from the
countries
80s.
for them bitches not to try to plot up on us.
Yeah,
We beef with too
especially
many countries, dog.
especially the Chinese motherfuckers, man. You think they want to come over here and try to take over the Russians and shit? It's just like on Red Dawn when the damn Russians and Cubans were falling out the ass shit. It was taking over and shit. So you gotta be prepared for everything. And that's the problem I got with these motherfuckers. They want us to go fight in these other countries. What the hell y'all doing for us in the United States of America? Shooting us, killing us. What y'all expect us to do? This why I salute like people like Muhammad Ali. He didn't want to go over there and fight in the Vietnam War because some of these war veterans shouldn't have to work another day in their life. They putting their life on the line and shit. But when you come back to the States, these motherfuckers calling you killers and shit. You going over there fighting for your country. This the thing y'all get. They should be paying y'all. Y'all should be have to work for nothing.
Hey, know
It's,
what else made me mad too? And I knew it was something too,
what's
because
up?
even when we got flooded out, them bitches called us refugees, dog. You know what a refugee is? How you gonna call your American citizens
It's
refugees in their
crazy.
own
You was
country?
born here.
Man,
And
they
they
were
and
calling
they
us
fucking
thugs yesterday.
in their
Talking,
own fucking country where they built and where they from. Their own city. You gonna call me a fucking refugee, nigga? All right, I got you a fucking refugee. I'm gonna
Yeah,
show
that
you
was
motherfucking
bullshit when
name.
they said that, boy. Oh
I'm gonna
my
show you
God,
motherfucking name.
Yeah.
that right there was foul as shit.
LB, you
But
need
as
to
soon as
take
you
LB.
come out your mouth about them, then all of a sudden now,
Yeah. So
Oh, we
you're
agree with
illegal.
you.
You illegal immigrants need to go back to your country. Oh, you racist. Oh, you need to do that shit. Motherfucker, you came here crossing the border and shit. Shit, we came here on a boat and did our work, but you motherfuckers crossing damn borders to get here. But y'all motherfuckers getting all the resources and shit, but we can't get nothing.
Know what I hate too? We get on these companies and learn the way to do shit and scared to start our own. Like they gonna stop us. Nigga, you know everything. You the one building this shit.
Yeah. Our people know how to do a lot of shit, but some of us just don't got that business mind state to go out and do it, you know. But I believe we can do it though.
I know a lot of people though, bruh. They went to welding school. They got them a welding job. They got the money that they deserve, built them a little credentials up for us, years under their belt. They already got license. They went got their LLCs and just put welding on the side of old regular Sanford and Son truck. And now they welding fences for people around their houses, on people windows to stay safe. Their business done blew up in like 2-3 years. You feel me? It don't take that much, dog. You can go buy a
Yeah.
welding machine. You can rent to own one of them bitches. You know how much money you gonna make just renting that bitch? You know what I mean? Your first job, you might could pay for that rental. But you done did 3-4 jobs because you done rented it for a week. But one job gonna pay for that motherfucker you done rented for a whole week.
That's
We
yep.
get
right,
scared of
man.
a challenge, dog.
That's right.
I ain't scared of no challenge.
A lot of our people don't want to work. They want it right then and there. You know, shit. once you get a job, you gotta work your way up. It's gonna be hard work, but you hard working people. It's just some of us are not committed to or lazy. They want their fast money. You know, they don't wanna start off at the bottom and work their way up. I want to just start off at one place and work my way up instead of just somebody giving it to me. You know, I ain't gonna turn down no free money though, but like you can't expect everybody to give you everything. You got to work for it. You know.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I know it's a God somewhere, cause he
Yeah.
gave me he sent somebody to me. And he was like, man, you do this kind of work? I was like, yeah, man. I said, I do this to help my people though. I don't look at no color. And he was like, well, look, put some numbers together for me, and I'll let you run head security over here. So I'm like, for sure. I said, I'm gonna do that. Got with an accountant dig that I knew, got some numbers together, gave it to the man. Corona hit. So the devil busy,
Mm.
bro, but they ain't gonna stop me from pushing. The guy that called me a couple of times. Look, I haven't forgot about you. I got your numbers. They good. Everybody else want 500, $250,000 out of contracts. I say, but listen, bro, I'm by myself. I'm trying to start my own shit up off the ground. I don't need that much, but as the time go, just take care of me. I'm gonna take care of you. When you see me start hiring people, bringing them aboard, then you look out for me so I can build my brand up and help people come up with the company. And he was like, man, I'm whatever you. He a judo. You feel me? People say Jews is like whites. I'm tired of telling people everybody not racist. I done met a couple of Jews. I done worked for them, and that's who Master P deal with, a fucking Jew. That's why he don't have to go deal with all those white distribution labels, even though you got Jews fuck with that kind. But all
Yeah.
Jews don't fuck with that. All Jews don't
Easy.
fuck with that kind because they got so much money, dog. They ain't gotta play the ball games that they play. But the other
Easy.
culture ain't gonna go to war with the Jews neither because they know the Jews got money too.
They know
The
better.
black community don't have money like the Jews family.
Yeah. Easy. He was fucking with a Jew. He was messing with Jerry Heller back in the day. You know, to get his business up and stuff with Ruthless Records and shit. So
So when you look at it from that perspective, dog, you got people out here that won't push your brand and help you come up. But what you gonna do with the money when you get it? What you gonna go buy a Bentley? You gonna buy a $10 million house? I'm just
and they
saying,
used to
people
doing
spending
that.
money fucking stupid.
That
All
shit
these
depleting
rappers, all
value.
these movie stars.
You right. All that shit depleting value once you take it off the lot. Once you wear that piece of jewelry, that shit don't go up. That shit go down. It loses value over time.
Y'all
You
know.
gotta.
All right,
What's up?
hey, we're gonna leave it on that note. I gotta end the stream. I got some business to take care of, y'all.
All
But
right, salute,
Okay.
baby. Nice
and
cooking
salute
with
to
you,
y'all.
LB.
Salute to everybody on the panel. Salute everybody that's watching this video on the channel. Appreciate y'all for everything y'all done for me up to this point. We on track to 600. You're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. This your boy. Scream at me. Hey!